Disclaimer: the podcast contains adult themes, adult dialogues, and spoilers. Our opinions are just that, opinions. We're not bashing any of the creators we discuss, and we are not bashing you if you perceive things differently than us. Listeners and viewer discretion is advised.
Hi everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Story and Things. We are a storytelling podcast. I'm your host, Yajaira.
I'm your host, Cheli.
And today, what are we reading, Cheli?
We're going to be talking about Shatter Me.
Mm-hmm.
Who's it written by?
Tahereh Mafi, I believe is how you say her name.
I love that.
Too.
I did not know anything about this book.
Neither did I. I assumed Shatter Me meant that she had an ice power. That wasn't her power.
No, it wasn't.
Although in the book, it did mention a lot of times her being cold.
So you were like, ice power.
I was connecting the dots and I was wrong.
I did not know this book had powers. I thought this was a normal, like, teenage, we all go to school.
No.
I was wrong.
You're wrong. Sorry.
But we are going to be talking about Shatter Me.
It's a dystopian young adult book. Okay, so the main character's name is Juliette, and we start off with her being in the asylum. She's been here for 3 years, since the age of 14, because at the age of 14, she accidentally killed a young boy. She was trying to save him from something, and then she grabbed his arm, I believe, and then she basically sucked out his life force from him.
Which is something she knew she can do, so she tried not touching anyone before. But this was an incident.
Yeah, I don't think she understood the extent, though, because that was the first time that she learned of the extent to her power. Mm-hmm. Because her parents were always trying to shut her out.
Yeah.
But they kind of knew, but they didn't know how bad it was. So she's been in this asylum, and she's been alone. But she finally gets a cellmate after, I don't know how long in isolation. I believe it was 264 days. Yeah. Something like that. And his name is Adam Kent. But we quickly learned that they actually know each other or knew each other when they were in middle school. Mm-hmm. But Adam Kent is actually there because he's a soldier for the reestablishment, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's this establishment that formed because the world is essentially dying. And they're trying to control the world in the worst ways possible. And they're also torturing people like her, I believe. Yeah. And so Adam Kent is under this establishment. We soon find out that he's only there because of her. You know, he's been trying to get her out. So then they move her to a prison. And then we meet our antagonist. His name is Warren. And Warren actually is very fixated with her. He's obsessed with her because he wants her to work along his side because of her power. So basically her power is a lethal touch. So anytime she touches people, she can drain their life. So then it results in death. I'm assuming all the time or most of the time. Mm-hmm. Adam does break Juliette out of prison. But then at the end of the story, they join this rebellion group. That's a rebellion to the reestablishment. They're called the Omega Point. And they're made up of people with powers. I don't know if all of them have powers, but the ones that we were introduced to did have powers. And this is the first time that Juliette learns of people like her. And she finally feels like she has a home, kind of. Yeah. So that's the end of the book.
Yeah, that's the end of the book. It ends very hopeful for a second book. And I know this book has several in the series.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, but it was really short.
It was really short. It passed by really quickly for me.
Yeah, me too.
My first experience with the book was an audiobook, so it was like really fast.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It was really fast for me too. That was a really good summary. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. Do you think I did it justice?
Yeah. I mean, the only things that if you do want to pick up this book and read it, I recommend it because of the dialogue that the characters have with each other. Mm-hmm. And I really, really like the characters in this book. So please read it so that you can understand our likes and dislikes and what we would change in this book.
But if you don't have time to read it, well, now you just got the summary of it. So good enough, I guess.
Good enough. But okay, why don't we start with our likes? What do we like about this book?
I really like the way it started with her in the asylum. I really felt connected to her. I felt like she was losing her mind. And I really felt it with the way that it was written.
How do you feel that this book started with I take the road less traveled by?
Oh, I didn't really think about it.
Really?
No.
I love that poem. I know
Really?
that a lot of people are like very like, she's basic.
How do you think that starting it with that connected to Juliet's character? I think maybe that's why I didn't think much of it, because I didn't really know her character yet.
I think the point of it is to come back to it later, because her whole life is, I don't want to follow this path set for me of just me being a monster, me following this.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it doesn't really make sense. I love that quote. So I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess it doesn't really make sense if you just read it out of context.
Wow. That's why I didn't think of it much.
I freaking love that quote. I love that it started with that. I also love that she started off in the asylum. I had no idea what was going on, but I freaking loved it.
Me neither.
I loved her so much.
How did you feel? Wait, did you first listen to it?
I listened to it.
How did you feel about all the strike-throughs?
Oh, that was weird. That scared me the first time.
Really?
She was like,
at first I was like, what's happening? Why does it keep like...
someone talk to me. I didn't want them to talk to me. And I was like, oh my God, what's going on?
No, but I understood the intention.
Yeah, I did too. I
understood what was happening. But at first, I've never experienced that before in an audiobook. So it was just different.
I loved the audiobook.
A good difference.
By the way.
Me too. I really liked the voice actors.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called?
Oh my God. Can you imagine going to like an audiobook recording? They're like, hell yeah, fuck it up. And you're like, this book is brought to you by. And you're like behind the glass. You're like, oh shit. Did you see how she said that?
Or like they're like, wait, you sounded different as Warren the first time. I'm gonna need you to try again.
You know, when you said Warren said, I didn't feel that. Can you say it again? And you're like, of course. Warren said. It's like, oh shit. The way she hit that S. No, but wow. I also really liked Juliette when we first got introduced to her. And I like the way that this world kind of built on itself.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know it was a dystopian. Well, I kind of assumed when it started going. But I like how she learned that, and you learned it as the reader, as new characters got introduced.
We could infer it, too, because of the bird.
Oh,
she
nice
kept
bird.
wanting to see a bird. And so I was like, oh, there's no birds in this place.
Symbolism,
birds,
freedom.
Dead.
I know.
They're dead and gone. Did you want to say something that you liked before I say my second point?
I really like dystopias, which is really funny because a lot of people don't.
I don't mind them. I don't think I seek them out, but I don't hate it when I read
seek them out.
Really?
Because I've always read really good dystopian books, or like books that I'm like, damn, if only this was a little better.
Aww.
You know,
I just feel like it's too real. You know, I'm
scared. I don't want that to happen.
I don't either. I'm scared.
I don't know. I like that this was a dystopian, or it had a dystopian premise. As much as I like Juliette, I also really like Adam.
Really?
Yeah.
Who do you like more?
I think I like Adam a lot.
Really?
I like Adam because he's like...
I don't think...
Excuse me?
Sorry. I'm trying to think.
No, I heard that.
I'm like, who do I like more?
I'm gonna... When if I edit this video, I'm gonna boost that so people can know just like the...
Slow-mo. Okay, you like Adam. Why do you like Adam?
I just really like Adam because he's doing this for her. He's so committed to her. Usually I don't like when characters' personalities are shaped around,
the love interest.
I love this character so much, so I gotta, everything I do is for them.
Yeah.
But I just like that it's also just when they talked about him and why he loved her, it was more so the fact that it's like, you're such a good person in like this shitty world. I just wanted to help you.
Yeah.
And I love that. What do you like about Adam? Because I know you like him.
No. I agree. At first I wasn't sure how to feel about him, especially when it was revealed that he was a part of the reestablishment.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be evil.
Yeah, same. But what really sold it for me was, so Juliette didn't have anything in the asylum. She only had a journal, and that's all she had. So when she's taken from the asylum to the prison, Adam actually takes the journal for her, and then he later on gives it to her.
Oh, yeah.
And I just thought that was really, really sweet, because that's all she had. So that's when I was like, you know what, Adam?
Adam's kind of chill.
She's kind of nice.
He was also super understanding, because she didn't want to sleep on the bed that they had given her. And so because he was the soldier that had to watch her, when he came in, she was sleeping on the floor, and instead of, making her go on the bed, he like got a pillow, sat down with her, and it was like,
I know. He's just
fuck
so
me up.
sweet.
He was really sweet.
And I felt like the progress of their relationship was realistic.
You think so?
In my opinion, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But, okay. So here's another thing that connects with that. So, you know me. I don't know if you know me.
I think I do. What are you going to say?
You're like, wait. So my love language is physical touch.
Aww.
So I can't imagine not being able to touch anyone for a year. I don't even know. Well, I guess her whole life.
Yeah.
So I understood why when she learned that she could touch Adam, I understand why she can't get enough of it. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's touch starved. Like, her entire life.
For real. She's starved. So I get it. And I feel like if it was any other character, it would annoy me.
Yeah.
But because she's been isolated and she's been ostracized, I totally understand. I'm like, you know what, girl? You get your touch. I get it. I get it.
I also want to talk about our antagonist.
Our antagonist is Warren.
Warren. Is he a warden?
No.
Aww.
He's the leader of the establishment.
Okay. The whole time I read it, I was like, warden.
Shut up.
But I love our antagonist. Like, a lot. Like a lot. Like,
how much, though?
I think he's my favorite character.
You literally said
No. I changed my mind.
Of
You know how my mind works, so why are you calling me out?
I know.
I think he's a good antagonist. I like him because he has his mind set on something, and that is his character. Like, you can already tell that he's a character that is completely, like, corrupt, and he sees things a certain way. And I just really like the fact that he can also touch Juliette.
Really interesting.
Yeah, because I feel like it's such a, like, messed up thing. You know? Oh my God. You know that scene where, like, he grabs her ankle, like, the first time?
Yeah.
When that happened, I was, like, doing my makeup that day.
And you were like,
oh, damn.
And it's so funny because Juliette, on, like, 2 different accounts, mentions, oh, Warren doesn't miss anything. But when he touches her ankle, did you notice that she was like, I hope he didn't notice? But
Yeah.
it's like, you literally said that he doesn't miss anything. Of course he's not going to miss this detail.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He was like, you know what hurt me? I don't care.
Do you remember when they were freaking eating and she was like, can you debug my room because I need privacy? And he was like, touch me. He was like so ready to freaking die.
He was. And it was so funny to me because if she would have touched him and it would have hurt him, then what? She could have left.
Yeah. But it just adds, like, I don't know. I really like it when this character is like Juliette. She's put in a position where she's able to help all the sides of this war. Like, she can help the reestablishment. She can help, like,
the Omega Point.
Yeah, like that. So I like that she's in this position where it's like, you get to choose type of thing. And Warren, I don't know. Warren is such a weird character because I'm not going to say that she likes him because she hates this man. But she recognizes...
she was into that kiss, though.
Was she? I don't remember.
Yeah, she was like, sparks are flying or so, whatever, something like that.
Oh my God. I repressed that because of how much I love Adam.
You literally just said.
I like all of them.
Keep
Is that
track.
so wrong? I know.
Keep track.
Someone tally. It's like, whichever one I said I love more, that's the one I actually love most.
You keep going.
Kenji. I know, I'm going to manifest it. I just like the fact that Juliette is put in this position where now it's like, damn, who do I choose?
Well,
Like,
she was never going to choose the reestablishment. Never.
No, I know, but I feel like she has this fixation with Warren. Well, even if she doesn't, I like that there's a possibility that there can be something there now that she's able to be touched by him.
She's not like down though.
She's not
the
down.
only time she ever expressed any interest was when they kissed at the end.
But I mean, she's never been through that. So I feel like if someone can touch her and if someone like, you know, just like brushed her, she was like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Did you feel that?
Did you feel that spark?
And it's like, yeah, you're like sweaty. And she's like, no. We touched.
It like shocked her. She was like, you feel that spark?
Oh my gosh. I love Warren.
Yeah, so did I. I really liked his character. I liked the way that he was written. I liked that she survived this long because of Warren. Because he was so obsessed with her. Apparently, he told his dad that he wanted her. Because I don't think people like her survive this long. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't.
I mean,
next book to find out.
Is there anything else you like from this book?
Yeah, so I actually wanted to bring up the way that it was written. It felt very poetic.
Yeah, it did. It had a lot of similes and metaphors.
So many hyperboles. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to praise the way that it was written, and I wanted to talk about 2 of them.
Oh my god.
If that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of them was near the beginning. She says, or she's thinking, I always wonder about raindrops. I wonder about how they're always falling down, tripping over their own feet, breaking their legs, and forgetting their parachutes as they tumble right out of the sky toward an uncertain end. It's like someone is emptying their pockets over the earth and doesn't seem to care where the contents fall. Doesn't seem to care that the raindrops burst when they hit the ground, that they shatter when they fall to the floor, that people curse the days the drops dare to tap on their doors. I am a raindrop. My parents emptied their pockets of me and left me to evaporate on a concrete slab.
Damn.
I felt that.
I'm a raindrop.
I know, I'm a raindrop.
Damn, that was really good.
I really like it because it also solidifies Juliette's mindset. Because we're very spoiled. Because we can distract ourselves in so many different ways, you know, with Twitter, Netflix, Hulu.
And, Juliette doesn't even have a phone.
Juliette doesn't have Juliette doesn't even have Wi-Fi. Right. So I feel that if I were in this world, God forbid, you would be focusing on your environment and comparing yourself to even like a raindrop. So I really liked that because it felt like I understood her so well.
Dude, like this is like what, our like 11th episode? I love when you talk about books.
Really?
Yeah, I love seeing you talk about books because I'm over here like the color red. And you're over here like, but what is a raindrop? As Aristotle once said. It's like, damn,
as
I'm
my
dumb.
boy, Thoreau. You're not dumb. Why weren't you saying anything? I thought you were gonna say something. Damn, that pause was not what it seemed like.
Yeah, I'm not.
Don't make me laugh.
Oh my gosh, was that your last like?
Can I give my runner-up?
No, yeah. I have something connected to that.
Okay, so
I'm sorry I made you cry.
The second quote that I wanted to read, it's a lot shorter. Okay. And I believe this was in the middle somewhere. It says, all I ever wanted was to reach out and touch another human being, not just with my hands, but with my heart. Juliette? Are you okay?
Are you okay? You're like...
Because I'm not. For real.
It's funny that that's what you like from this story. I liked it a lot too. Mm-hmm. But you've edited people's writing. If you had a writer... Can you explain what you did when you edited people's writing? It was to put it in...
Yeah, so we did a literary journal, and I would have to edit people's submissions, or when they were approved, I mean. Some of them didn't need editing, though. The ones that did, it was mostly for grammar reasons, but we never tried to change their writing.
Yeah.
So if their writing style was more purple prose,
or...
or just simplistic, like we wouldn't try to change their style. We would just try to, you know, if anything really stood out, like if it didn't make sense or something. There was this one. There was this one that did need a lot of editing, but it was because they didn't explain enough, if that makes sense. Like, they would tell a lot more than they would show in their story. It was a short story, though.
Yeah.
But that was the only time. But we never really changed anything drastic.
Okay. But you've been in the situation where you've been, like, presented a lot of pieces of writing. Of, like, different types of writers. Yeah. And I've been in that situation, too. Okay. Mm-hmm. Where there's, like, different types of writings and different styles and different levels of writing. Mm-hmm. You know? Have you ever seen a writing piece like this where it's very, not dependent, but very similes or figurative language heavy?
No. I didn't do any poetry. There was poetry, but I didn't edit any of the poetry. Okay. I did most of like the shorter prose.
Do you like when things are poetic in writing?
I do. I actually really like poetry. It's really difficult to write. I really liked it because all of her figurative speech made sense to me. There was just so many different ways that she described Adam's eyes. Yeah. That was one. there were so many different ways that she described Juliette being unable to speak. Like, do you remember the one where she was like, and I'm struggling to swallow a toothpick?
Yeah.
That was one. And then there was another one where she described her neck as being scaled. I really liked it because I could picture every single thing and I understood that, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't have liked it if it didn't make sense.
Like if it was just thrown in there. And I think it's because it was Juliette too. Like someone who was in isolation for so long.
Yeah.
Like probably sees the world a lot differently than more people do.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense. Why did you not like it?
No, I did like it. It's just when I was looking at the reviews of this book, there was a lot of people who didn't like it.
I think that it makes sense because it does feel very dependent on it, and it is, I don't know if I want to say overdone, but it is. There's a lot of
figurative language.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because when I would see pieces of writing,
Mm-hmm.
I would have to tell them when the figurative language was too much. Because it's just because there's like a limit to how much they can do. Mm. And I hated doing that.
Yeah, because
it's like the point of figurative writing or figurative language is to make writing more interesting.
Yeah.
Well, this is like totally off topic. But I feel like now some people don't even do figurative language.
Yeah.
And it's so pretty.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. So it's nice to see it done correctly.
If you take away the figurative speech, I feel like it would be boring.
Yeah.
Dare I say boring?
I had to read a piece of writing once, and it was a scary story. So, like, the prompt was that they all had to write scary stories. And this piece of writing was written in a way where it was kind of weird. Sometimes it felt like words were thrown in there. So there was this one word that was like, oh my gosh, what word was it? Skedaddle.
Skedaddle?
Yeah, okay. And I was like, okay. Like, I spoke to the writer, and I was like, you can't just use the word skedaddle. But then they were like, no, because you told me that alliteration is good. And then when I read it back, it's because they were using the S sound.
Aww.
And that was like the sweetest thing I ever saw.
That's really cute.
Because it's like, damn, like that's the point of figurative language. So I wrote her writing in dislikes, but only because I wanted to talk about it.
But, you know, I'm sure, same as you, other editing teams, whatever, I'm sure they also have to cap it, right? Like, I think so. By like the 10th one, they're probably like, okay. It's
not like I had to cap it. It was more so the fact that it was, okay, you have to realize that your readers are going to get exhausted. So, like, I know you want to continue to explain this, but they already know that the couch is blue. Like, you don't have to keep talking about how the couch is blue.
Or that Adam's eyes are blue.
Yeah.
The way she describes it.
Just say they're fucking blue.
Or just ignore his fucking eyes.
I never looked at his eyes again.
Can we talk about his arms or something?
I know.
That body. I don't know.
Damn. But
all I see are eyes.
I don't know. I just think figurative language is something that's not used by most writers anymore.
Yeah. Well, nothing that really sticks out.
It's just used in poetry. And it shouldn't be. Because I've read a lot of fan fiction too that has like really pretty writing. Where I'm just
same.
Like, damn.
And I'm like, the way you described that was really good. Yeah, I really liked it. But I understand why someone would get exhausted too. It just depends.
Talking about that, is there anything that you dislike about this story?
Well,
it'd be funny, that whole thing that we just
Adam.
that whole thing we just went through. You're like, I fucking hate her writing.
I spin it. I'm like, you know what? Never mind. I'm over it.
Wait, you hate my boy Adam?
No. I was gonna say. No, okay. I was gonna say I did like Warren's character. I just didn't like that he was obsessed with her. Like, I get it, but then I also don't get it.
You know, I just think it's a little funny because, like, no mean to call you out, but you really like Death Note. And you can say...
What does that have to do with
and
this?
you can say that our antagonist in Death Note is obsessed with... L.
With what?
With L.
Okay. That they're meant to be.
Okay, my dislike... No,
okay, but he was already obsessed with her before meeting her.
Yeah.
Okay, Light had to meet L first. Actually, well... I guess not literally. Not literally meet him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not like...
My point is that it made me a little uncomfortable.
Okay.
That he was obsessed with her.
I think that's great, though. Like, I think that him being obsessed with her just adds to how, like, demented this dude is.
Okay, but another dislike that connects to the demented. I didn't like that she can touch him.
What?
Let me explain.
I'm leaving.
Let me explain why.
Okay.
I just didn't like, it feels too convenient that the two guys in her life can touch her. So here's what I would have liked.
Okay.
You can disagree.
That's fine.
She's over here crying. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Go ahead. Keep going.
Can I say my piece?
Yeah, you can say it.
I would have liked, because I don't know if the reason why they can touch her is because they have their own power, but I would have liked if she did have the ability to hurt him, but not kill him.
Okay.
So I would have preferred if she did hurt him, and maybe he, like, kind of liked it a little bit. Not in a weird way.
No, I get you.
Not like that, but, like, you know?
Oh my gosh.
He was like, you know what? I like you even more now. No one can hurt me like that.
Okay. I understand that. I understand because it does kind of feel like, oh, you just did that so that the plot can have this point type of thing.
Right. Because, I mean, she doesn't even like him.
No, but I like that there's that divide, that, like, this touch-starved girl, it has, like, a guy here for her, Adam.
But then the other guy.
But then the other guy who's like, I can give you the world. Like, damn, come over here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like that was a little anticlimactic. That he could touch her.
I just feel like just really betrayed right now. While I was talking about it, you were like, hell yeah, I love that you love that.
Yeah, I love that you love that.
I like that for you.
Not for me, though.
Okay.
I just wanted a little bit of spice.
I get it. I get it.
Just a little bit.
I get it. Can I say no?
Or wait.
Okay, no, I want to hear it. Go ahead.
Wait. What if, okay, because I don't really super understand her power yet.
Me neither.
Wouldn't it be cool if she can touch you and you know how she's taking your life force? What if she can take your, like, aura, you know? Like your personality almost.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Yeah. So, no.
Throw it in a cat.
What if she did that
it becomes evil?
No. What if she did that with Warren, but then it, like, shifted her personality?
So she, like, takes too much.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. I don't know. I just wanted something different.
I felt like the reason she could touch them has to have a reason behind it. Because she really hasn't touched anyone else who has a power.
True.
So, I don't know.
She needs to go.
Wait, she touched Kenji, though.
Does she?
Yeah, I remember she touched Kenji, and Kenji was like, you almost killed me, but you know what? I'll forgive you because you're cute.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah. Oh, by the way, she likes it when she does that. She enjoys it.
What?
When she's, like, taking people's life force.
Yeah.
Which is something that excites Warren.
Oh my God, that's weird.
Because he's like, see, you like it.
You
Me
like
too, though.
it. See, I just, like, I want there to be a book where she, like, kind of becomes evil for a second. Where she's kind of like,
you know what?
But, like, I mean, I know I'm helping out, but what if I didn't? You know?
What if I did join the reestablishment for, like,
but damn, if I was Adam, I'd be like, what the fuck?
I just broke you out.
Because there's one thing I do like. I'm going to add another like. I liked when they brought up how she's always been a good person. So she would do things for people and she would never get recognition for it. Mm-hmm. So I think it would be interesting to see her, you know, kind of change, like kind of evolve as a character.
Yeah, because Warren did kind of tell her at one point, it's because you're naive. You don't know that people can easily betray you.
Yeah. Oh my God. Maybe I should read the other books.
One day.
There's one thing I did not like about this book.
Oh, just
like
one?
Well, I mean, I had a little bit of a list. I don't know. I didn't really make that big of a list.
A through Z? Okay.
No, but what I really wanted to talk about was the ending. So when she was at Omega Point and they were explaining why they're there and stuff like that, there was a point where they gave her outfit. Okay, no, you know what? That entire scene. So her meeting all these people and being like, I'm not so different from you. Look how flexible I am. You know, like there's people showing their powers. I hated how fast she trusted them. Okay. I didn't like that. I thought that was out of character of her. Because she's lived her whole life where there's people. I mean, she was in an asylum for 3 years. No one's ever touched her. No one's ever been on her side except for Adam.
Right.
But
she wasn't super trusting, though, because remember when they were there, Adam was away.
Mm-hmm.
And she kept asking them, like, no, take me to see Adam. Take me to see Adam.
Yeah, but I feel like it switched so quick. You know, because then she was like, oh my God, people who understand me, I'm like them. They're like me. And it was like, what the heck? Like, I would have felt that you would have wanted, I'm going to take Adam and Mini Adam. We're just going to leave.
His brother.
Yeah.
Mini Adam.
And Adam, Mini Adam, and Adam's friend. And we're just going to go.
Okay.
But
no, I do agree, though. I think that because she's never seen anybody else with powers, maybe it excited her.
Yeah, that's true. But then at the very, very, very end, when she gets her suit, they make her a purple suit. It's like skin tight, so from the sound of it. And then like very thin gloves that like she can touch people with, and like very nice shoes for her. And I hated that.
Really?
I actually like it made me like cringe.
It reminds me of X-Men. I think that's what it was going for.
I think so too. I wrote that I hated that the ending felt really cartoonish. Like, oh my God. I don't know. This is like such a weird thing to bring up, but I hate that the color was purple.
Really?
Yeah, because that feels, I don't know, like if you're gonna fight like this, basically this war, don't go out in freaking purple. Like,
go in camo.
Like, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Don't go out so bright. I wish they would have given her like a...
Could have been lavender.
It's kind of like that whole thing where it's like, why is it in a war the women have to dress so sexualized?
Wasn't it the way that they described it was like a tiny skin tight suit, but it was like super tiny and it would just morph to your body?
Yeah. I
think it morphed to everybody's body.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think they were trying to make it like sexy.
But it just felt too like...
No, I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, you get it, right? It felt like the Incredibles to me. I thought she was dressed as like a purple Incredible.
Aw, I didn't even think about the Incredibles. I
always think about the Incredibles.
Is it because he could stretch himself?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. You're connecting all the dots.
Yeah.
But I also didn't like... I don't know. This felt very off-putting to me. But when she put on the suit and Adam was like, you're sexy. And it's like...
Oh, yeah.
We're in a war. Please don't. This is what I would be wearing every day, and now I feel weird wearing it. I don't know. And he never said that to her before, so I was like, kind of like,
well, they never had the chance. Yeah. Maybe he wanted to say it before.
Okay, but they were freaking like, they never had the chance for anything, and they always made time to make out.
That's
so
true. They were always making out.
Yeah,
my kind of relationship.
I just felt like the ending was very weird.
Yeah, no, I get it. Well, I mean, did it make you want to read the next one?
You make me want to read the next one.
You're welcome.
I just want to see how it ends.
Me too.
But like as of right now, I don't want to read the next one.
Okay.
I would probably buy this book to put it in my library.
I think I would buy it.
Yeah.
I'm still disappointed that her power isn't ice. I literally thought it was ice.
It's called Shatter Me.
And because she always...
What did they shatter?
Because she always described herself as being really cold.
Well, you don't know if she's capable. Like, they never explained why her touch is lethal.
How would you have preferred the ending?
Oh, well, if I had to change the book, I think I would have... Honestly, I think the ending would have been fine with me if her outfit didn't look like that. That's such a weird thing to hate. But I just wish she would have been dressed for the occasion. You know?
Right.
I don't want to be running around. I don't want to be running around looking like a superhero.
But I think that's...
Fighting the government.
Right. Okay.
I don't know. It felt a little weird to me. A little off. It like was a different take of what I expected this book to do. You know? So I think if that would have changed, I would have really liked it if her and Warren had more moments where they saw eye to eye, but in different perspectives. Yeah. So it's like, I see why Warren's doing these things, but for the wrong reasons type of stuff. Yeah. I would have liked a lot more of that because right now I can not see at all her ever betraying Adam.
Well,
she probably does.
She probably does. I'm assuming book 2 will talk more about Warren's character. It better. Yeah. Because if it doesn't...
Now we have to read book 2?
Yeah, we have to read book 2. Oh, I guess one more thing. Personally, for me, I didn't care because I experienced it first through an audiobook. But if I would have read the book, I feel like the strikeouts would have annoyed me.
Really?
Well, we've talked about this before. When the font is different, my brain skips it. Okay?
Oh, it's italicized?
Next. I have to force myself to actually read it. I think it would annoy me a little bit. But I didn't mind it listening to it.
I love when books do that. You remember when Lemony Snicket, when he wrote Series of Unfortunate Events, there was 3 whole pages that it was supposed to be like censored. Yeah. So it was just black bars.
I remember.
When I saw that, I was like, you can do that? Like, what?
It's like, how come he did that? I want to know what's going on. Yeah, no, it's cool.
I think it's cool when they're playing around with their book like that. But I think we're done.
What do you rate it?
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Okay.
I think I would rate it a solid... like a 3.2.
Okay.
It's like more than a 3 because I don't remember what we read last, but I gave it a 3. Crows.
Yeah.
Right? I gave it a 3. I like this book. I think this book has potential.
Okay.
And, you know, I think it's going places.
Okay.
And the lady they picked for the audiobook, 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
so
she was great.
That really did boost it 0.2.
Oh my God. You're so annoying. I love you. I would give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Really?
I really like this one.
Oh my gosh. I'm learning more about you every day.
Is that a good thing?
I didn't think you would like it that much.
Really? Is it because it's dystopian?
No, I thought you would have problems with the writing, with the way it was written. Wow. Oh my gosh.
I like poetry.
I'll write
or
you a
poetic.
poem.
Okay.
I mean, after you like roasted me and just like threw me under the bus.
Oh my
just like
God,
hating everything.
It's not roasting.
It's whatever though.
No,
okay.
I agree with your point. But here's my point.
You called me dumb.
No, I didn't.
Thank you for listening. But thank you for listening. If you are watching this on YouTube, please leave a comment. Please subscribe and please hit that notification bell. Apparently it does help a lot. So please do that, I guess.
I guess.
If you are listening to us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, or anywhere else that you consume podcasts, please leave a review because that really does help. The way to get known the best is through word of mouth. So please tell everyone you know, like every single person that you know, that we have a podcast and that they should listen to it. And tell everyone except for the guy that you sit next to at work.
Yeah, he doesn't have to.
Who I think is taking your lunch, but you're just a little too embarrassed to bring it up.
Yeah, but, we all have that guy.
Yeah. Oh, Tim.
Don't at him.
But thank you so much for listening. We are going to end this as we usually do with a dice roll. If it is odd, we are going to read a negative review. If it is even, we are going to read a positive review, but it is going to be left in the air, meaning we are not going to discuss it. We have no connections or opinions about this. We're just going to read it.
We're not endorsing it. We're just leaving it in the air.
I'll go ahead and roll the dice because I've been holding it and my hands are really sweaty.
Okay.
So I'm sorry. But we have a 6. Is that a positive? Is that a 9?
I think it's a 6.
So this is a comment by Virginia, who gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I seriously don't know why it took me so long to dig my claws into this book, but I definitely know that I don't regret doing it. Shatter Me was an awesome read and I enjoyed it immensely. There were so many things I loved about this book, and whilst it is true that many people complained about the writing style, I have to admit that I actually loved it. This is a quote. Hope is hugging me, holding me in its arm, wiping away my tears and telling me that today and tomorrow and 2 days from now, I will be just fine. And I'm so delirious, I actually dare to believe it. I think it was something new and extraordinary, and I love the way Juliette described her world. The repetitions, her thoughts, the things she thought, and even the truths she vehemently, wow, that's a nice word, refused to admit. It all gave me a very good picture of her character in her mind, the many things she must have gone through, shaping her into a person that distrusts everyone and desperately tries not to feel anything. Of course, she's failing, but this actually only made her even more likable. And then she goes on about all of the characters that she likes. and ends it with, so if you haven't already figured it out, yes, I like Shatter Me. And I can easily recommend it to anyone who's looking for a nice and short lived page turner. Enjoy. Okay, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.